All right, so here we have my 8th audition in New York City for drama schools in the United Kingdom. Today was for LAMDA, and attending were Rodney Cottier, who is the head of the drama school specifically, and his colleague Joe. I did not get Joe's last name, and there are several Joes listed in the Who's Who section of the LAMDA website, so unfortunately I don't have his last name, but he was a very nice gentleman. So they invited me in, asked me to sit down while we talked for a moment. They asked me to tell them which 3 pieces I was doing. I told them Cressida, Dawn, and Alma. I also offered to do Cleopatra instead, but they said, no, it's all right, let's stick with Cressida, and they wrote down what my 3 choices were. They told me to please perform all 3 of them back to back, to take my time. They told me that I could use chairs or music stands if I wanted to. I did use a chair to address as Jeff during my lobby hero monologue. I paused and took a sip of water before going into Alma, if that's of any interest. They had me sit down again. There was no redirection, no comments. I mean, I think they might have said very good or something like that. They looked at my resume, which is nice. It's always nice when they actually look at it. You know, you've taken all the trouble to send them these materials and to fill out your personal statement. And I feel that most of the schools haven't looked at it. 2/3 of them, it felt like, hadn't. So it was nice that they did. And they mentioned 2 of my teachers from the 1-week course I took at RADA, which was nice. So we chatted about them a bit. They asked if I had any questions. So make sure that you always have questions prepared. Always be prepared to have questions, and if you're asked, why us, be able to answer that. But don't be like all of the kids in the Royal Scottish audition that I attended yesterday and ask really basic questions that are clearly answered on the website if you had taken 10 minutes to look at the website. I can't help but feel that that makes you look unprepared, unprofessional, disorganized. Like, guys, don't waste a 30-minute Q&A session asking really basic things. Then they asked if I could afford it, not just the school, but the cost of living in London. This was only the 2nd school that had asked me that question after Alra. They said that no callback would be necessary in London. That's apparently not something that they're doing for North American students, but that they might ask me to submit a video. And I did say that I had video auditions prepared for the monologues that they just saw. I don't have one for Alma, actually, so I might have to go and get that one recorded. So this is a very brief video by comparison, but it was a lovely experience, as every audition has been, really. They were very kind. I felt really good about it. That's all I could ask. We'll see what happens with LAMDA.